Cut. Hi, how's everybody? Welcome to Regina's Kitchen. I'm Chef Regina Charbonneau, and today I'm going to share my recipe for my smoked tomato shrimp chowder. It also has corn in it, but it's kind of a long name to list all the ingredients. But anyway, it's one of my favorite soups, and I'll share the recipe. It's already posted on my website, reginaskitchen.com. So anyway, we're getting into soup weather. I'm actually pre-recording today because we've got a hurricane coming, or maybe not a hurricane yet, I'm not sure. Francine is in the Gulf and headed our way, I think, Wednesday or Thursday. So I'm going to get this done early and maybe post it early enough that you can make soup if you've got a hurricane coming your way. So anyway, it's, the thing about a chowder is, or a cream soup, it's all about the base. So today, this soup base, we start with a roux, butter, and flour. And then my liquid is, because I'm doing shrimp, I took the shrimp shells, added some water, and just to get that shrimp flavor. So I have 2 cups of shrimp stock, and not fussy, basically water and shrimp shells. You don't have to make a big fuss. And I have that, and then I have 2 cups of heavy cream, 3 cups of half and half, and that's my liquid. So you make your roux, you slowly add your liquid to make a thick soup base, and then you start from there to build on it. So we season with a Cajun spice or Creole. Tony Chachere's Creole spice is great. I'll also saute my shrimp in that. It goes in the base. But the key to this is the oven smoked tomatoes. So I take the Roma tomatoes, cut them off in quarters away from the seeds, and drizzle with olive oil, liquid smoke, a little more seasoning, and I roast those in the oven for about 25 minutes. So the smoked tomatoes are what really make this soup great. I make the base, I puree the tomatoes, then in a separate pan, I saute onions until they're nice and translucent, cooked all the way through. Then I add my corn, and I pre-bake or pre-cook my potatoes. I dice my potatoes, cover them with water, a touch of salt, cook them until they're fork tender so I can just add them to the soup. So it seems like a lot of steps, but it's really not. It all goes pretty fast. So after I add the potatoes and the corn and the onion to my smoked tomato base, then I saute my shrimp. Now, if you didn't want to do a shrimp chowder, then you could use a chicken stock instead of the shrimp stock, and then you could add whatever you wanted. You could do some diced bacon, saute that crisp with your potatoes, get that smoky flavor on your potatoes, add that. This base, before you add the smoked tomatoes, you could use this same base, again with chicken stock, and you could do an artichoke soup or a spinach and artichoke, any cream soup you want. So that's what we're going to do today, and I hope everybody is good and staying safe in the weather. And it's so nice that we're easing into fall, even into Mississippi. Now, do you see how the roux is bubbling? You want that. You want those bubbles for sure. You want that bubble. Good. That's good. All right. And now we will slowly add in our shrimp stock. And the reason I add the shrimp stock first is it's not going, you can't mess up, it's basically a water base. So it's not going to be like a cream or a half and half that needs to be incorporated more. So this, we will start to dissolve our roux with the shrimp base. That will also help cook the flour before you start adding your creams and the cream and the milk, or I'm sorry, the cream and the half and half. Okay. You see now? Smooth. Now we start slowly adding. Ooh, that's heavy. See how nice and smooth. Now, these are my oven smoked tomatoes. So I took 10 Roma tomatoes and filleted them, cut them away from the seeds, drizzled them with olive oil and liquid smoke and some Creole seasoning, and baked these for 25 minutes. This back on. So I've got my it's thickened nicely, the right consistency for a nice cream soup. And then I'm going to add this. You could easily do that.